Hello everybody, welcome back to the Matt's Railway Adventures YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me today on a little adventure as I've come to explore what was Somerset's least used station, or you could say the former least used station in Somerset, which is Freshford station up in Bath and North East Somerset. Just arrived in on platform 1 on the train up from Trowbridge going towards Temple Meads. So what have we actually got here then at Freshford station? You've got a large little garden bit, which is very nice to see. Does add something to a station where you get something like this around. It all looks very well kept as well, very tidy, which is very, very nice to see. It's not just a little bit either, it's a long section. You've also got there a little seating bit with some classic benches and a replica of the original Freshford sign. This is the Freshford Station Gardens, opened on the 26th of July 2007. So something nice to come and enjoy if you ever come on your own little adventure to Freshford Station. There's also there a bus style shelter with a very special guest, Mr. Neal Potter, who's come out with me to this station for a very specific reason. Would you like to introduce your reason why you've come here, Neal?
Yes, my dad was born in Freshford, and they used to chase the trains along the fields to try and beat them into the station. And that's the reason I'm here. Trip down memory lane.
Thank you very much for that.
My pleasure.
What else have we got here then? We've got a touch out pad and a help point. Information boards, including timetables and everything. And that is then pretty much everything here on platform 1. Just bring you down to the bottom. If you have a look, you can actually see that Freshford station is not Arrow Street, it is actually on a curve, which is nice to see. And just outside the platform 1, if we just come out through the gate here, minding the puddle, there is a small little car park. Room for maybe 5 or 6 vehicles. But it's perfectly adequate, and you've got then more information bits there, and a couple of bicycles for some reason. If you go over to platform 2, you've got to use the modern looking bridge, which you don't access from the platform, but just from outside, which we will do shortly. This is just one final, let's have a little view of platform 1. The views as well here aren't too bad, plenty of greenery around, all predominantly behind platform 2, which we will go and have a look at shortly. For what it does and where it is, it's a perfectly adequate station. Perfect commuting station for Bath, especially. Bath Spa is literally the next stop up the line towards Temple Meads. And I would say it would be busier if it had just better car parking. I'll come back to you shortly over on platform number 2. So let's come over onto a now rather soggy platform 2 here at Freshford, where we have got a help point and the electronic timetable board. There is also one over on platform 1 next to the shelter. You have also got some information boards. Some more information boards and timetable boards. A tiny little bus stop style shelter that is ideal to quickly run into. There's a Neal potter stood over there. And then we can carry on walking down in the wet, in the cold. And that painting is by someone called Emma Douglas, with handwritten information. You've got a slightly classic looking sign there. That could well be a repurposed or redone sign. That is pretty much everything to see here on platform 2 at Freshford. As I say, the views that side aren't too shabby. Oops. The hill, the rolling hills, the green, the trees and everything. So if we just drop down to the bottom here, that's the view of Freshford Station from the far end of platform 2. As you can see, there is quite a pronounced curve in it towards the top end. That's just the view looking down the other way. So, I will come back to you, run back over in the Bishop Dry over on platform 1 where the shelter is slightly better. Right, can't do that. Yeah, that'll work. So, history of the railways here at Freshford. The station first opened in 1857 by the original Great Western Railway, not the one we know now. It used to have a notable flower garden, which was maintained by the Vasey sisters, which unfortunately faded, but in 2007, local residents of Freshford actually renovated the gardens and they planted new flowers. However, Network Rail staff came along a few weeks later and cut the flowers down. Boom! February 2006 saw platform 2 raised by 30 centimetres to reduce the gap between the train and the platform edge. It had originally been lowered in 1988 as part of the track realignment through the station. At the same time as the raising of the platform, there were other improvements which took place, including better lighting and a new waiting shelter. Don't know if that could well be for both platforms. In February 2022, there was the preserved sign that was here originally temporarily removed as there was a need of repair. Great Western Railway replaced it with a well-built sign that preserved the original design. I do wonder then if that is the one here by the little flower bed, which is again in memorial of the Vasey sisters. It is managed and served by Great Western Railway, and at time of recording it is Somerset's least used station, and passenger numbers for the last couple of years here at Freshford. For the 2022-2023 recording period for the Office and Rail and Road Statistics, Freshford had 44,094 entries and exits, while for the 2023-2024 period, that figure increased to 48,416, an increase of 4,322. and on average Freshford station per day gets 133 passengers on average. That's so I rounded the figure, rounded up slightly. It's sort of like 122 point something, so my figure is 123. Yeah, that is everything to show you here at Freshford station. So I hope you enjoyed the content and the video and the history of the railway here at Freshford. And if you do, then please remember to do all the normal good stuff. Like, subscribe, share, comment. If you do ever come on your own little railway adventure to Freshford station here in Somerset, then let me know in the comments what you think. And until next time, I'll talk to everybody very, very soon. So yeah, from Freshford station here in Somerset, choo choo for now.